I'm Tara here with Backstage Pass, and my guest today is Samuel Shaw. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you were a pleasant surprise at the 21st annual Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup just recently, and you were brought in by one half of the MCW Tag Team Champions, Pat Brink. And I understand you guys go way back.
Way back. I'd say 2007 I met Pat at Team 3D Academy in Kissimmee, Florida.
Wow. How long were you and Pat both there at Team 3D?
So I was there for about 4 years. Pat, I'd say a year and some change, and then he got signed to developmental contract at FCW. But he would keep tabs on me. We became somewhat close in that time we trained together. So he would keep tabs on me, give me advice, tell me what they're looking for in the ranks of the big time. And yeah, we've remained somewhat close to this day. And like you said, he called in the favor and he brought me into MCW, and I'm very happy to be here.
Well, that's great. We're very happy that you're here as well. I've known Pat Brink as well. He started training about 2 or 3 months before I did, way back in like 2000. So it's been a really long time.
Yes, I've seen pictures of him when he started training, and he had long hair and he
Yes,
was skinny, and
he was Genesis. Yes, it was a much different gimmick. Very,
yeah.
very holy.
We've all filled out and cut our hair and or lost hair.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I think he still has all of his hair, but yes,
Yes,
I do
yes.
remember him with his long locks. Yes.
Handsome fellow with long hair or short hair.
And even back then, he was a force to be reckoned with. So I know at
I'm sure he
training,
was.
we would do drills and everything. I mean, he was someone that you instantly respected and did not want to mess around with.
He's one of those guys that commands attention
Hmm.
without begging for it.
Hmm.
He walks into a room and everybody's like, "That guy, what's up with him?"
Right.
So,
Yep.
good on him.
Known him a really long time. So, and you made your debut not too long after that. What, 2007 was your debut?
I started in 2006. I started doing Memphis wrestling with Jerry Lawler and Corey Macklin. I was traveling up there with my first trainer, Mr. Hughes, from Atlanta, Georgia. We go up to Memphis every other week. So I'd say I got my start there,
Okay.
doing indie shows all throughout Georgia and Florida.
Hmm.
So then when I went to Team 3D Academy, that's when stuff really started picking up.
And then you went on to TNA, correct?
Yes. In the midst of all that, because I was training at Team 3D Academy, obviously Bubba and Devon were our trainers,
Hmm.
and they were actively working for TNA, Impact Wrestling at the time. And I had a job as a caricature artist on Universal property, and I always had my gear bag with me in the parking lot or even at my stand,
Hmm.
and had my phone always on vibrate.
Hmm.
And it'd usually be Bubba, and he'd say, "Hey, get your ass over here to the soundstage.
Hmm.
You're going to do something at TNA today." So I think a culmination of just being an extra, doing little jobs here and there for TNA, and showing that I have talent in a lot of different unique ways, got me a very fair look at TNA. Eventually signed in 2012.
That's right. Wasn't it on a gut check episode?
Gut check.
That's right.
Gut check.
I
And
remember.
funny story about that, that was supposed to be a no. I think they really planned it to be a no, but that was a total shoot.
Mhm.
I went out there and just had a match that everybody in the back was just like, "Whoa, we can't say no to that guy." So I was happy because I knew that going in. I just had a feeling there was like 2 or 3 gut check contestants in weeks prior, and they all got told yes. So like, all right, we need good TV. We need to know.
Right, right. And
I wasn't gonna be that no.
yeah,
So
and you weren't.
there
I
we go.
remember that series. My kids were very into TNA back then, and I remember watching that, so that stuck out to me as well. So
That was as real as it gets,
that's great.
and that was a great feeling to finally have, accomplished that
Mhm.
goal to be signed by a major company.
Yeah, and then you went on, of course, to be signed by WWE
Absolutely, yes.
under a different name, though.
Yes.
How did that come to be? How did you get the name Dexter Lumis?
Oh, it's just, hey, you get an email and it's like, hey, pitch us 5 names.
Hmm.
anything but your own name
Right.
because they got to own the intellectual
course.
property.
Of
So
course.
I basically I didn't initially have the name Dexter Lumis.
Mhm.
I just had it in the list. I don't even know if it was Dexter Lumis. It may have been like Dexter Shawshank or something. I don't know.
Right.
But the writers seemed to like Dexter Lumis, and
Mhm.
Loomis was a play on Dr. Loomis from Halloween.
Okay.
We just spelled it different for trademark
Makes
reasons and
sense.
whatnot. So I was always a big fan of the horror movie genre.
Ah.
And Halloween, some of my favorite horror movies from the 70s,
Mhm.
early 80s. Dr. Loomis, Sam Loomis, that was the guy who I sort of based that name on. And Dexter, obviously, being the TV show, the
Mhm.
famous TV show, the vigilante serial
I've
killer
never
that
watched
kills
it.
bad people.
Full confession, I've never watched Dexter before.
You should give it a shot.
I know.
First four seasons are excellent.
I can't do anything that has multiple seasons. Like you can get me for one, maybe two seasons. Like I'm in the middle of watching The Boys right now, and that's 3
Yes.
seasons, and
Yes.
that's really pushing it, but
Yeah,
it's so
it's
good I
pushing it.
can't turn
Yeah.
it off. So, yeah. Well, I want to ask you something. You mentioned being a caricature artist. Now that's
Yes.
not a job that most people have. How did
Sure.
you wind up doing that?
Well, my mother says I've been drawing since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
I used to watch Batman, Superman, and professional wrestling on TV. And when the action was over, it's like I wanted more. So it's like, Mom, draw me this, draw me that. Draw me Hulk Hogan, draw me Ultimate Warrior.
Uh-huh.
And if she got one detail wrong,
Yeah.
I would call her out.
Wow.
She's like, you do it. And that's how it started.
No
And
kidding.
she just started looking at my artwork and she's like, this kid's 2, 3 years old and he's drawing better than me.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that's how it basically started. And here we are today. I do a lot of commission artwork for fans, wrestlers,
Okay.
clients, companies, whatever.
Painting, drawing,
Anything.
digital art.
Really anything. I try and explore every aspect of art. And just
I can
see if it
definitely
works.
appreciate that. I have a degree in art.
Oh,
That's why
awesome.
you
Me
piqued
too.
my attention. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't get to interview a lot of artists. So
Bachelor of Fine Arts, degree in
Mhm.
illustration. That's what I have.
I did dual concentration of studio art and art history.
Awesome.
So, and then I became an art teacher. And I don't do that anymore, but I have more time now to make art. So,
Yes, that's
Okay.
good. Great.
wow. Well, that is a very insightful bit of information that probably many of our fans did not know about you. So, thank you for sitting down and chatting with me
No
tonight.
problem. Thank you for
All right.
having me.
How can our fans follow you? Are you active on socials?
Yeah, mostly on IG, Samuel Shaw _ official.
All right.
And Twitter, I think it's the same thing. I think you can find me pretty easily on Twitter.
You're not active Twitter.
Not as much. It's just so much negativity.
I can't do it. I can handle Facebook in small doses, but I can't do Twitter.
I got off Facebook like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah, I lurk a lot, so I don't post.
I spend enough time on the phone, like, talking to promoters, going through emails and IG, trying to promote myself. So it's like, I don't need anything else.
Understandable. All right, well, fans, if you want to find out more information about Sam Shaw, you know how to reach him now.